What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH. I enjoyed this episode. Listen, that scene between Maxie, Austin, and Little Georgie, that was a hot mess. Normally, I'm all for kids not talking back to their parents and respecting their elders, but I totally understand why Georgie was not here for Austin today. Because here she is waking up in the middle of the night and you got this man all up in your home. You don't know him, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand why Georgie was taken back by that. And she wasn't too receptive to him. And that's what Maxie was trying to explain to Austin. She didn't want her kids having a meltdown, on him or whatever. And Austin was pretty understanding of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when it comes to kids and stuff and everything she dealt with Peter, she has to ease Austin into her kid's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all gonna date, you gotta slowly bring him around the kids. I just feel like Maxie at this point is being a bit selfish. You know what I mean? Because Austin was totally understanding, but she was just like, oh, the hell with it. Let's start kissing and all that. No, you should have let him leave. Even when Georgie came out and Austin was like, I'm just gonna go. Maxie was trying to stop him from leaving. I'm like, no, let him go. You got to tend to your child right now. Um, I don't know. I just found the scene to be a little crazy because your child just woke up saying that she couldn't sleep and she's a little hungry or whatever. And Maxie's response to that was, "Oh, let me get her back to bed." She just told you she couldn't sleep and she hungry. You can't get that little girl a little snack or something and then put her back to bed or help her go to sleep. Maxie needs to start putting her kids as a main priority because they've been through a lot too because of this Peter stuff. That Peter situation didn't just affect Maxie, it affected all of her kids. And she needs to put her energy into that. Making them feel more comfortable, making them feel more safe. You know what I mean? That's what she should be doing instead of worrying about her little love life. The last thing Maxie should be worried about is another damn man. I'm just saying. Focus on your children. But Georgie was getting a little sassy. I like her. She was a little sass. I said, okay. Normally, I don't do back sass from children, but I say, I get it under the circumstance. But Maxie gonna have her hands full with that little girl. I'm just saying, because the way she was looking at Maxie and talking back, I was like, yeah, she's gonna be a handful. It looked like to me Maxie might need to upgrade her place. Like that, I love her apartment, but that was pretty much like a singles person apartment, not for multiple kids. I feel like she need a bigger place. Um, because I think that apartment only had like 2 bedrooms, didn't it? When her and Lulu first got it. Yeah, she might need to upgrade real quick. I'm just saying. But yeah, Maxie definitely need to put them kids as a priority right now. You know, you got 3 kids, you're a partner in a business, a shareholder, you're an executive there. It's like you do have a lot on your plate, but your kids is number one. Especially after the trauma and stuff like that and the hell that Peter caused, they need her now more than ever. And I'm glad she realized that she can't just keep pawning the kids off on Mac and Felicia. Um, these are your kids, your responsibility. I'm sure Mac and Felicia don't mind, but they have lives of their own too, you know? So Maxie might need to put her little love life on the back burner for a few days, a few weeks or so. Like I said yesterday, her and Austin just need to take things slow, ease into a relationship. Ain't no need to rush. Y'all not going nowhere, as far as we know. But ease into it. Ain't no rush for nothing. So anyway, moving on from that, I thoroughly enjoyed the scene between Martin and Lucy. I loved it. The way she came up in there with that fur coat on and stuff like that, and her heels, and she just jumped up in that bed all naked. I loved that. I really did. Because you know what? I'm a fan of people of a particular age who still get it in. I love that because some people have this notion that when you hit a certain age, that's when you pretty much stop having sexual relations and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's such a huge lie. Listen, as long as you got breath in your body and you still want to get down with the get down, I say do it. And I don't give a damn if you're 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. As long as you feel like doing it, keep doing it. As long as you don't hurt nobody or yourself, Keep on doing it. And I love it that Lucy and, Martin at their age, they're still attractive. They still find, they find each other attractive, and they getting it in, just messing around like jackrabbits and stuff. I love it. Um, and of course, they started talking about the whole Valentine situation because they had to hide their relationship from him. But you know what? I love that Martin finally just said, you know what? I'm not hiding this no more because he feels like he could always get other clients, but he can't get another Lucy. I love that. Like he really loved him some Lucy. Well, I don't know if they in that love stage yet, but he really feeling her though. Um, and I'm glad and I'm excited for the both of them. Lucy found new love and stuff. Took her a while, but she finally got somebody new that she could really vibe with. Um, it was so funny that she basically wanted to be Martin little sugar mama because she was like, "Oh, I'm rich now. I'm super rich now. I can, you don't need his money." But she should know Martin a little better than that. Martin ain't no gold digger. And Martin let her know that. He was like, "Listen, I appreciate it, but I don't need your money. Don't want your money. I like being a lawyer. I can get other clients." I love that. That's a man right there. I love that. Um, and I'm glad that he's ready to tell Valentine. And Valentine, of course, was down there on the phone, sounding like he was into some shady business, talking about he'll do whatever he got to do. I was like, what shadiness is Valentine up to? Whatever it is, I'm sure it's about Victor. Um, so of course, Lucy and Martin ran into Valentine, and they was both hand in hand, holding hands and stuff. And I love that they finally just Martin just came out with it. Him and Lucy said, "Listen, we're in a relationship. We're a couple now. If you got a problem with it, I will drop you as a client." So that way you ain't got to worry about it. But he said, if you cool with it, that's cool. I got your back. You know, me being with her is not going to affect anything between us. And I'm glad Valentine took it, he took it well. And he was still hoping that Lucy would have his back or whatever at ELQ. And Lucy assured him that she would. I'm glad they finally told Valentine because it's a shame that two grown people got to sneak around, and I'm glad Martin spoke up for himself and let Valentine know, like, listen, you're not going to dictate my personal life. I agree. You're a grown ass man. You can date whoever you want. Valentine don't run you just because he write a check. So what? There's plenty of people in that town that can need good representation that got long money. So he ain't the only game in town. Um, and that's and when Valentine said that he hoped Lucy has his back at ELQ still, Lucy of course still has his back because she feels like he's doing a great job as CEO. Profits are coming in, so she doesn't see a need to change that. That's what made me think about Michael and Drew and this proposed merger between ELQ and Aurora. Because my thing is, if they want to do a merger, they're going to need the shareholders on their side. You're going to have to take a vote. You can't just say, well, we're going to do a merger. It doesn't work like that. You're going to need to take a vote on it, and you're going to have majority of the vote. So if Lucy still has Valentine's back, how are they going to get that majority vote? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to convince some shareholders to be on your side, and Valentine owns a considerable amount of shares. You know what I mean? Like, Michael and Drew are really going to have to work to make this happen, and they might have to, get Lucy to switch to their side in order to have the majority of the vote. Like I said before, I feel like a merger is a stupid idea. If you want Valentine out, find another way to get him out. But merging Aurora with ELQ, no. There's no need for it. ELQ needs to stay a separate company, an independent company. They don't need no merge. They don't need none of that. Yeah, it's not the way to go. So anyway, moving on from that. So Liz and Finn and stuff was together, getting all huggy, lovey-dovey. Um, Finn decided to go to his room. And I'm glad Liz gave him that extra key card because I'm like, I had a feeling she was going to have an issue. I'm like, thank God she gave it to him. And he told her, he was like, listen, just bang on the wall if you need me. So she went to go take a shower. She come back out the shower and all the pillows are torn apart. They all just torn up. And Finn came rushing in there and stuff like that. So, of course, Rory pops up. Good old Rory. Always there when you need him. Always on time. He be popping up on you. Rory, I like that. Rory just be in there. He just be popping up. So, of course, they looking at, trying to find security and all that stuff, surveillance. But Liz noticed that she didn't put the latch on the door or whatever. So that's probably how somebody could have got in. Um, but they looked at the security stuff or whatever, the security footage and all that. It didn't show anything because apparently there's no camera that points directly down that corridor. And that's convenient. Um, Also, nobody took the elevator to that floor recently because Rory checked. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's making it look more and more like either this is a ghost or Liz is really doing this to herself. Because if this is a real person doing this to her, then they're damn good. Like, they're just that damn good. Because there's only two options at the moment. The way the evidence is looking, it's looking like this is a ghost or Liz is really doing this to herself and she's not realizing it, maybe. Or this is some alternate personality, but that's just the facts. Like, this is just how this is looking. Um, I mean, how else could you possibly explain it? Who could be doing it? So Liz at this point is, they bumped into Lucy and Martin and stuff, and Liz is ready to get that medium that Lucy referred her to before. I'm glad she is because she gonna have to figure something out because this is all just strange. This is very strange to me. I'm like, somebody's doing this or you doing it to yourself. Either way, we need to get to the bottom of this real quick because this is like some Ghostbuster type stuff, and I don't know what the hell going on with this. It's just weird. It's like whoever's doing this, like I said, they're that damn good. Like you can do all it sneak in and out without being seen. And Liz thought she was gonna be protected there because they got cameras, staff. It's a public place. A bunch of guests and stuff stay there. They got security on deck. So the fact that whoever's doing this can still get in there undetected, that's crazy. She's better off just going back home at this point. Because if they can still get to you in a public place, you might as well just go home and just let the chips fall where they may. Because it's like, ain't no sense of spending all this money at a hotel and you still not protected. Ain't no point. So anyway, moving on from that, Sonny and Nina. He told her about him and Michael or whatever having a falling out and whatnot. I don't know why he told that woman his family business. And what is up with Sonny? Like, one episode his hair be all gray, the next episode is back to black. I'm like, is he doing Just for Men in between takes or something like that? Like, what is going on? I ain't really care too much about Sonny and Nina scenes today because they all huggy buggy dancing and whatnot. Who cares? Moving on from that. I have no interest in talking about them as a couple. None right about now. They don't excite me as a couple. They don't. I don't know. Am I ever gonna get used to Sonny and Nina being? I don't know. I don't. I just don't see it with them. I don't. Like, usually I see it with some people. Them two, maybe it's the way they got together. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. So anyway, moving on from that, Willow finally got in to talk to, see Harmony, I guess. Harmony was pretty much out of it. She woke up and she was trying to tell Willow the truth. I think she was going to tell her something. She was going to tell her the truth, but then she started getting agitated or whatever. And that's what TJ was trying to tell them. Like, don't, irritate her or agitate her or whatever. You got to keep her calm. So of course her alarms and stuff was going off and TJ had to give her a sedative and whatnot, to calm her back down. I like that little conversation Michael and TJ had. I really did. Because Michael was surprised that TJ could still be, a good doctor under the circumstances for Nina after she tried to pretty much kill his mother-in-law. Like, how he could still be objective. And, TJ was like, it's called humanity. You know what I'm saying? His job is not to harm, it's to heal. I love that. Michael was like, well, you're a better person than me. That's because TJ is not a revenge kind of person. You know what I'm saying? That's just not his thing. If somebody does something to him, he's going to be angry about it, but he's not like some of the people in that town. He's not big on, oh, let me get revenge on you. That's just not him. He's angry. He'll get angry and walk away from you, but he's not going to try to hurt you. Like physically, emotionally, nothing. He's not going to do anything to you. He just finds a way to move on from it. And I respect that about TJ. And I think he's going to be one hell of a doctor. Um, Carly, of course, seemed like she was a little, shocked or whatever because Michael was giving her the rundown about Sonny because she was like, did you, call Sonny to let him know? Because Sonny pretty much told Nina that nobody called him or whatever. She had to pretty much bring him up to date about what was going on with Harmony and the whole situation at the hospital. And Sonny was like, oh, nobody called me. What the hell did you expect, Sonny? You and Michael had a pretty big falling out. You and Carly are divorced, so you already know she's not about to call your ass and tell you nothing. So you shouldn't be shocked that nobody in the family is feeling you right about now. It's like you did it to yourself, bro. So Michael pretty much told Carly, like, listen, me and Sonny, that's over, that's done. I don't want nothing from him, nothing to do with him. And Carly not really gonna fight Michael on it because he a grown man. Ain't nothing she could really say to him because she pretty much feel the same way at the moment. She just feel like, she done with him too at the moment. Because I got a feeling like they all gonna, figure out a way to be cordial or to be cool again. It's bound to happen. They've done it before. I mean, hell, they've all faced worse than this and found a way to coexist again. So I believe it's gonna happen again. I was hoping Carly would have just told Willow what was going on, but I respect the fact that Carly didn't want to do that right now because she just felt like it's not the time or the place to really tell you. She just felt like it's not the time. You know what I'm saying? With everything going on with Harmony right now, her being in critical condition, her, being in and out of consciousness and stuff like that, she just didn't want to add more to Willow's plate. And I can't blame Carly for that. Honestly, I'm ready for Carly to tell this secret and move on because I really don't understand why Carly's even a part of all of this. Like, she had nothing to do with anything Harmony has done, so I really don't get why they put Carly in it, but I guess. Because Harmony was wondering if Carly told Willow the truth. And Carly was like, no, I just told her that you tried to kill us. That's pretty much all I told her. But she felt like Willow deserved to know the truth. I guess Harmony was trying to say something that she need to or something like that. And then she started muttering something about Nina. That's why I think Carly's going to be more involved in this storyline because she's going to want to know what part Nina plays in this. Because Harmony, Nina's name has popped up so much with this Harmony situation that it clearly piqued Carly's curiosity. So Carly gonna be involved in this. Willow understood why Carly didn't want to tell her right now about what's going on, but Willow wants to know, like, what this secret is. I'm ready for her to know. It's like, I understand it's not the time to tell her, but damn it, just blurt it out and say it so we can get this over with. And we can all move on with our life. Because I'm ready for Willow to know. Like, just tell that girl. In my opinion, it ain't never going to be the right time to tell somebody some news like this. Oh, this ain't your mama. It ain't never going to be the right time to tell nobody no shit like that. You just got to pick your spot and tell her. Rip the Band-Aid off as fast as you possibly can and move on with your life. Like, come on. So anyway, that's pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what y'all thought, and I will see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.